the summer sun beating down, and sand that's hot to the touch could get anyone off their beach towel and into the water. Mario Conju is one of a handful of new lifeguards keeping Connecticut beaches safe this summer.
Whether it's being up in the tower or walking on foot patrol along the shoreline, we're really just looking out for any sort of emergency that may come.
18 years old and headed to college in the fall. Spending his senior summer working the local beach didn't sound like such a bad idea. But Mario's actually a part of a dying breed of lifeguards. Just months ago, Mario's boss wasn't sure they'd be able to fill all their watchtowers for the summer season.
Going into the spring, we were only seeing maybe 1 or 2 dozen applicants that came through, and that plus our 30 lifeguards that decided to return to us for this season put our numbers at only 40%.
What does 40% of lifeguard staff actually look like on a beach if it were to actually go this way into beach season?
Our policy is if we do not have enough lifeguards, it's swim at your own risk.
And it's not just Connecticut. Nationwide, a lifeguard shortage is shuttering pools and leaving beaches defenseless. The past 2 years of pool closures and canceled training sessions due to the COVID-19 pandemic adding to an existing deficit in certified guards.
Why do you think it's so much worse this year?
In order to do our training, we have to get up close and personal. And we haven't been able to do that. You can't do that virtually. So those who normally come back with us took other jobs.
Wyatt Werniff is the spokesperson for the American Lifeguard Association.
Another thing that we're seeing is they canceled the work visas that allowed foreigners to come in and work those summer jobs.
Banned in the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic by former President Trump, those work exchange visas now reinstated, but the backlog of trained guards remains.
Game plan for today.
Water safety coordinators like Sarah had to reevaluate how to recruit new guards.
June 2nd, we were able to increase our starting salary, and then we started to see hundreds of applications come in, and that was excellent. And that salary increase was on top of the incentives that we already had in place to entice people to come and work for us.
What were some of those changes you guys tried to employ?
So we've invested in professionally developing our head lifeguards, giving them instructor certification so that we could then train applicants ourselves. We're not just going to provide you with the free training, we're going to pay you to go through the training.
And what are your numbers looking like right now?
We're up at 80 to 90% full, so about 93 guards on staff out of 110 positions.
Sarah's new plan worked on Mario, who jumped at the chance to make some extra cash this summer.
I'm not gonna lie, 19 an hour for a recently graduated high schooler, that's pretty good compared to other jobs. You don't really find that anywhere else.
While the money seemed good, and the job, for the most part, seems pretty chill, it's easy to forget just how difficult it is to become a lifeguard.
Why are so many people reluctant to be lifeguards these days?
You have to be a strong swimmer, you have to be attentive, you have to have that higher level of first aid training. Like, it's a really niche job. So there's a lot of people looking for what is essentially few candidates.
It's multifaceted for sure.
Yes, definitely.
In addition to unguarded beaches, the American Lifeguard Association estimates a third of pools have been affected this year. Those pools are either closed, have modified hours, or are lowering the amount of patrons that can visit at one time. In Philadelphia, just 50 out of the 65 public pools are open this summer. One woman not only stepped up, but came out of retirement to help fix the issue.
I decided to become a lifeguard because I wanted to do something for the community. The way the city was going down, the killings have risen now. So I wanted to do something positive, some type of small thing I could do for the kids.
At 70 years old, Robin Borlando has seen that public pools aren't just a way to beat the heat, but also a safe place for kids to spend their summer days.
We know that when we're here, they are our responsibility. So each of these lifeguards here take it upon themselves to embrace them. So when it gets hot in the city gets hot. So I'm expecting that there's going to be a lot of things going on outside of these pool areas that are going to affect the kids crime-wise.
According to the CDC, an average of almost 4,000 unintentional fatal drownings occur every year. That's 11 per day.
It's really, really, really important because we are the first responders at a beach like this. Sometimes it's overlooked in the fact that we don't respond to medicals. but it's almost half of our job, you know. We're responding to a lot of emergencies every single day.
On Hammonasset Beach, it's one of the largest beaches here in Connecticut, and guards, they're expected to be within a 30-second reach of danger. That's about a 100-yard radius. So for every guard that's not on a team, that's about 100 yards of beach left uncovered.
Attention, this is just a drill.
Those 30 seconds can make all the difference, which is why Sarah conducts frequent training sessions throughout the summer. Demonstrating a real-life emergency, one lifeguard feigns drowning. The lifeguards on shore immediately spring into action.
One jump share for an active drowner.
I'm a lifeguard, I'm a lifeguard, I'm a lifeguard.
Rescuing the guard in the water by pulling them onto a surfboard and onto shore. Then the team gets to work assessing and treating injuries.
All right, no pulse, no breathing. No breathing.
They perform CPR on a dummy
Patient appears unresponsive.
until professional help arrives.
Good job, guys.
Despite all that, it's the only emergency response team that seemingly all of us take for granted.
My view is that all lifeguarding should be under a public safety entity, not a Parks and Rec, public safety, because that's what we do. And once we get there, I think until we get there, we're going to be where we're at right now. And we're going to find that there's a shortage and it's not looked at professionally.
And not to mention, times are changing.
You know, you see in the movies like Baywatch and TV.
I wasn't sure if y'all age still knew what Baywatch was.
I mean, it's definitely over-exaggerated, but, you know, there's a lot of stigma to lifeguards. In real life, it's a lot more serious.
We had Baywatch.
It's okay.
It was exciting. You know, we watched that. We want to have that lifestyle. You don't have anything like that right now.
While this new school of lifeguards are up for the challenge, the experts want to make sure that these first responders get the respect and recognition they deserve now, so no beachgoer has to realize the hard way later.
We are a protective service on the beach, a layer of protection, and while you may be a strong swimmer or whatever, that if an emergency happens, your chances of surviving it and a good outcome increase dramatically when a lifeguard is on duty and can respond effectively.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.